So there was a big cry. Like everybody was losing their mind. Everybody was in their feelings once Sha'Carri Richardson got tested positive for marijuana, pretty much THC, and that's banned in the Olympics, the WADA, whatever that makes the stipulations for the Olympics. It's been like that for forever. It got sticky, or it at least got sticky to the emotional heirs, super liberals, pro blacks, everybody that falls along those lines. Things got sticky for those individuals because they see everything through the racial lens. They're easily manipulated. Anything, every story could get spun into a racial story, and they will fall for it every single time because they cannot see any story any other way, and they don't even do their due diligence to try to dive into the story to see if there's more to it. Now that's what I want to do right here. I want to show everybody that you can't rush to judgment. You can't be so quick to respond. I'd be wanting to make a video on something. Something might be a hot topic and whatnot, but then I gotta fall back sometimes just because I'm not sure of how it will play out, and I don't know everything about that story. So I'm not so quick to jump on something just because it's a hot topic. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's quick to yell white privilege, white supremacy. Oh my gosh, this is systemic racism. You got Sha'Carri getting banned for THC, but Megan Rapinoe, the quote unquote white girl, gets praised for use of CBD on the same plant. But nobody knows why though. But let's just dive into this article. I just want to show people a couple things, and I already know people automatically responded like these people on Twitter, trolls, and some are actual humans, because I already know going on social media or hearing from a couple people that I'm familiar with that's on all of these platforms, they're responding the same way. Oh, Sha'Carri is banned. Meanwhile, Megan Rapinoe could be here and get endorsed and shit like that. Meanwhile, they didn't do their due diligence, like I said before, and do some digging and actually check into why Megan Rapinoe can be able to promote CBD, but then Sha'Carri is banned because she got tested positive for THC. So we're just going to see the difference, and we're just going to see how people react so emotional without knowing all of the facts, and that's a big problem. So I'm going to need people to just bear with me as I get through this article, because people are going to get triggered. I already know it, but just bear with me and make it to the end of the video while I make my point. Double standard. Megan Rapinoe promotes cannabis brand at Olympics after Sha'Carri Richardson banned. Cannabis takes the world stage at the Tokyo Olympics. Here it is. So they promoting her. Look at this. They disqualified Sha'Carri Richardson for testing positive for marijuana, but have these two white women. Matter of fact, I gotta say it like the colorists, you know, those black liberals, those liberal women that's on YouTube and whatnot. They gonna say it like this. But have these two white women promoting it and talking about using it to help them as athletes. The Olympics is racist and sexist towards black women. They're disgusting. Sha'Carri gets disqualified, but Rapinoe gets amplified. THC and CBD come from the same plant, LOL. Reminds me of how black people were punished 100-1 for crack versus cocaine. Gotta love white privilege and institutionalized racism. Oh my. Who's this guy? Thoughts from Dev? We don't need any more thoughts from you, Dev. Keep them thoughts to yourself. Sounding just like a fucking pro-black Edgar Allan bitch. Who the fuck is this nonsense? Look at this person. All right. Fucking excuse me? Sha'Carri Richardson got banned for using cannabis after she found out her mother died while being interviewed. But somehow it's okay for white people to incorporate it in their training regimes. Isn't this individual right here, quote unquote, white? It looks like a pansexual going through some type of identity crisis and whatnot. Everybody is responding immediately and ignorantly because they have no knowledge of what the fuck is going on. Do they not understand that the media puts this out there for a reason, to cause a stir? They know that Megan Rapinoe is doing this legitly. Sha'Carri Richardson got banned because she did it the way that you're not supposed to, so you're gonna get punished. Now let's just jump into another article real quick. Check this out. Social media rips Olympian Megan Rapinoe for promoting CBD after Sha'Carri Richardson was banned for marijuana use. But we got to be specific. THC. THC, all right? Look at this person. White supremacy is banning Sha'Carri Richardson for smoking weed while Megan Rapinoe gets praised for her use of CBD. Highly reminiscent of how crack cocaine is infinitely more heavily criminalized than powder cocaine to ensure the disproportionate incarceration of black people. You can see one of these goofballs and trolls in one of these comment sections and shit under these race baiting tactics and whatnot. Look at this chick right here, though. We're going to end it right here for the last Twitter response, and then we're going to end this out. Megan Rapinoe can use CBD, but Sha'Carri can't use THC? It's okay for purple-haired, progressive, lesbian, white girl to use cannabis? Hold on. You know I got to go back. My fault. It's okay for purple-haired, progressive, lesbian, white girl to use cannabis products, but not a black woman? America. And this looks like an older woman, so shame on her for not doing her homework. And she should know the difference between CBD and THC. But we're going to find that out. If people don't understand, we know there's a lot of weed heads. THC is what gets you high. It will get you into that element and whatnot. That's why a lot of people don't want to smoke regs, because it has less THC. It's more natural. People want to smoke mids and regs, Arizona, whatever has seeds and shit like that, and they get clowned because it doesn't have more THC. It doesn't have that funk, shit like that. All right, now let's check it out, because like I said, you cannot be quick to respond without knowing all the facts of the stories, period. Now let's check this out. It's an article written by the AP News, and it's from last year. Rapinoe among athletes touting CBD's benefits for pain. Long before she struck that iconic victory pose to become the face of women's soccer, Megan Rapinoe endured her share of setbacks to play the game she loves, notably a series of knee surgeries stretching back to her college days. She tore her left ACL as a sophomore at the University of Portland. No wonder Megan Rapinoe is the way she is. It all makes sense, bro. Once you start doing your homework, once you start doing your investigative work and find out shit for yourself, instead of trying to go to platform, instead of going from page to page on your social media sites and shit like that, do the work yourself. I would have never known that Megan Rapinoe went to the University of Portland, and that makes sense of why she's such a super liberal. She's so damn woke because she went to Portland. It all makes sense, bro. All right, my bad. My fault. She tore her left ACL as a sophomore at the University of Portland, then tore it again in her second game back the next season. Sheesh. Following the 2015 World Cup, she tore the ACL in her right knee. And then in 2017, she had surgery to repair a meniscus tear in her left. Man, it just sounds like you just got bad luck with your legs. So what the hell you doing with your legs? Probably standing on them streets too much talking about Black Lives Matter when your ass should be stretching or getting a massage. It is what it is, man. Rapinoe says she's found help in managing the pain and recovery from her injury. CBD, her twin sister Rachel, also convinced of the healing powers, helped launch a CBD products company, Mendy, which is aimed at athletes. Now let's go right here. When it's taken after a hard training and before bed, I feel it gives me a better night's sleep, and I feel like I'm able to relax a little bit easier, Megan Rapinoe said. So I kind of just have it in my daily routine. Like I would eat healthy and take natural products and drink a lot of water and take CBD and get as much sleep. It's kind of the secret sauce. Now let's go to this part that I highlighted because it's what makes the most sense right here, because people have no knowledge. Mendy is just one company capitalizing on the ongoing interest in CBD. CBD, or cannabidiol, is found in cannabis, but CBD products like Mendy's are derived from hemp and contain no THC, the chemical in marijuana that produces a high. Hemp fiber and seeds are also used to produce textiles, rope, paper, cosmetics, and fuel. So is this a case of white privilege or white knowledge and black ignorance, like it always is? No disrespect. I'm not coming at anybody. But a lot of people love to throw these virtue signal signs up in the air. They love to throw all these ignorant statements on their stories, on their feeds, in their comment sections. when they have no knowledge of a damn thing because some situation ticked them off, hurt their feelings, and now they want to project to the world when they should have just shut the hell up and did some work, and then they could have checked and see that, yeah, they come from the same plant, but one has THC, the one that makes you high, affects your judgment, affects your reaction time. THC ain't performance enhancement. There were a good amount of people who worship weed, you know what I'm saying, out here defending Sha'Carri Richardson ignorance. Oh, we're not trying to be insensitive to her finding out about the loss of her mother, but she's not the only person on the planet Earth to find out about some traumatic news. Pro-black super liberals on the internet got nothing to do but talk shit and waste time, and burn time at that, because y'all already know y'all getting high all day, y'all smoking, y'all drinking E&J, the list goes on. Then you hear some story on your social media site, and then you want to talk about white privilege, white supremacy. This is systemic racism. This is perpetuating the cycle of institutionalized racism. You have the white girl getting promoted for CBD, and then the black girl gets shitted on for the same thing in the same plant. No, she's getting high. CBD products are on the rise right now. That's why you can see them in all these gas stations and so many other forms that can affect you other than smoking weed, just because you feel like that's the only way that you could cope. Her ass could have ran some laps around the track as fast as she can. Why the hell she had to self-medicate? Her ass could have went and got some CBD products, and she could have been perfectly fine, and she could have ran, and she could get smoked by them sisters in Jamaica anyway. But yo, man, I just had to make this video real quick to just show everybody, don't rush to judgment on any situation that you hear in the media that pertains to race, because it's there for a fucking reason. It's there as a distraction. It's there for you to waste your time to talk about white privilege and all that fuckery that got nothing to do with your daily life, especially when you don't know all the details of the case, especially when you didn't check out to see that the product that Megan Rapinoe is promoting has no THC. It has so many benefits that she's talking about. It helps her sleep at night. So maybe a good amount of these pro-blacks, super liberals, all these woke individuals in this planet and whatnot, maybe y'all should take some CBD so y'all can relax also, because nothing's going to change once you want to cry about it every single second, looking like a pitiful dog in the street, waiting to get saved by the white man. Yo, man, it's enough of that, yo. I just wanted to touch on this video, man. Don't rush to judgment. Don't have emotional airs. Always try to have logic and rationale when you're dealing with all these people that are losing common sense on a day-to-day basis, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out. Yes, sir.